What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be looking at some holdback female boas. That's right, that's boas that are not going to breed this year, but that I produced or that I purchased over the last, year or two, and then I'm growing up, for future stock, because you always have to have future, babies that you either produced and held back or stuff that you bought that you're thinking, all right, what am I going to produce next? This is the next generation, as they like to say. And so I'm going to show you a couple of them. I can't show all of them to you, but I'll show a couple of really nice ones to you, and you guys can get a little look at what I got in the racks, so to speak. I'm pretty open, book. I don't really have any secret projects or anything like that. That's not who I am. I'm happy to share everything with everyone, just to get everyone excited about the different projects and what the future potential in my boa breeding projects holds. So let's go in, let's take a look and see what cool stuff I got. Here's a Sunglow, a Call Albino Hypo. It's Het for Leopard. She just ate yesterday, so we're gonna just treat her gingerly. She was a really small baby. She was actually a single baby in a single clutch, or a single, I should say, litter. And I just gingerly fed her, very small prey for the first year. And now she's obviously able to handle bigger prey, and she's gorgeous. I mean, I sometimes think that the Het Leopard form of the albino, so that when you combine the albino gene and leopard versus albino and Het Leopard, sometimes the Het Leopard is nicer because it has more busyness going on in its pattern and more darkness. So when you take away that black, you get like all this like crazy side patterning stuff here that's going on. It's really nice. That's typical Het Leopard. This is not just a Sunglow albino by any means. You can see, and then you can see the bow tie saddles. That's also usually indicative of Het Leopard. I know this is 100% Het Leopard, so I'm not guessing on this girl. So I'm growing her up. I kept her. I almost sold her, and then I was like, you know what? I really like her, and she was, like I said, a single one and the single litter. So she grew on me, and I kept her, and she'll probably next year she'll breed. Very nice looking female. This girl is a Hypo Lavender Albino boa. I know a lot of people don't talk about that, or some people don't even necessarily agree that it exists. This is from Doug Matusek at Boa Basement, a friend of mine. He produced these. He's got his own line of lavender albinos. Whether they're compatible with sharp albino or not, I don't know. I would suspect they probably are because they were produced from an original sharp litter. This is the hypo form, or the Sunglow form of it. This female I've had for a while. I've been slow growing her, and she's, I don't know if she'll breed next year or maybe the year after that, but really nice looking female. Obviously, as all boas get older, they yellow out a little bit. She had a lot more lavenders in her when she was younger. Certainly, you're not your typical Sunglow sharp. So I'm excited to see what might come of her, what she might produce. I also have her sister. I'll show you in a minute. All right, her sister is not a hypo. She's not a Sunglow. She is just a lavender albino. I would call it the sharp line. I don't know, because it came from sharp once again. And you can see on her sides there's a lot more lavender here, whereas in the hypo form, or the Sunglow form, it kind of lightens it up a lot. So she's got a lot more lavender in her, and you can see it in the head there. You can see it in her side pattern. Now this is theoretically not a polygenic type of situation. This is theoretically a separate line of albino that Doug is calling the lavender albino. You can look at that head, very, very, very lavendery. And we will have to, once again, when I breed her out in 1 or 2 years, whenever that happens, we'll find out if there's anything special or not, or if this is genetically inheritable. I don't have any males right now, so I'm from his line. So I'm gonna outcross her probably and her sister to some other lines, producing theoretically hets, and we'll see what happens. But nice, beautiful head. Really, really nice purpley head. Here's another grow out, holdback that's growing really nicely from last year, and maybe we'll breed next year or the year after that. This is my IMG, increasing melanistic gene, anery, which is a type 1 anery, and that is Het Albino, Het Albino. She did not turn completely black. Whether she will or not, that remains to be seen. Her mama, who has the motley gene in her, which obviously is a darkening gene, is completely black, jet black. You've seen her before. I kind of like the head pattern on her, even though she's without being completely black. It's kind of really cool. Look at the head spear. The eyes are really kind of wacky looking. So she's still, you know, only a year old or so, probably a year and a half. So we have to see if she's gonna get dark or not. I have a feeling she's gonna stay pretty close to this, which is fine by me. I almost sold her, and then I held her back at the last minute. I'm glad I did, because she really, really is nice. Here's a beautiful, beautiful Eclipse girl that I held back. And she's putting on some really nice size. This is actually an Eclipse, which is a leopard and a motley together. That produces that patternless dark snake. It's almost like a chocolatey black. And she's also 100% Het Albino. Really nice. This is called Albino as well, this line. And I produced a lot of males Eclipses. Everything I produce is always Het Albino. But this female is like one of the few females I've produced, and she's really, really nice. I'm so happy I held her back. I'm going to show you another Eclipse Het Albino that I have that I've got. I did a trade with someone. I traded out one of my males for his female because he needed a male, and she's a little different. You're going to take a look and see what I'm talking about. All right, I hope the camera can pick this up. This is another female Eclipse that's Het Albino, also called Albino. However, there's possible jungle in here, and there's Orangeasm pastel, which is a line bred trait or polygenic trait in here. And you can see the difference. You can see how orange this one looks, and there's no hypogene in here. And look at the striping. You can see a little bit more pattern in this Eclipse. Once again, a female, also had albino, so it's the same genes except with a possible jungle in there, and definitely with the Orangeasm, however it's pronounced, pastel. You can see the difference. Look at that. A lot more tones in it, a lot more contrast. Both beautiful in their own right, and we'll see what we get from both of these girls when we breed them. This girl's a little smaller. I got her a little smaller, and she's a little younger. But once again, another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful female that I'm growing up. And let's talk about this gorgeous, gorgeous girl. This is from my friend Mike Weitzman at basically BOAs. And this is a really unique female that I was lucky enough to get. Look at those. Obviously IMG, you can see all that luminescence coming through here. Look at all that. Wow, that is crazy. This is a Roswell ladder tail motley that's Het Albino, Het Albino, and Het blood. So double Het red dragon, Roswell ladder tail motley IMG. That's a lot of genes in this animal. This is a super powerhouse female that I cannot wait. Although, you know, she's young, she's only from this year. It's going to take a couple of years. We have to grow her up. She has some amazing, amazing, amazing potential. She turned jet black so quickly and so young that that IMG gene is really being expressed very highly in her. She's probably the blackest I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen a more black IMG. And I'm putting and this camera's lightening her up more than she is in person. She's just, look at all that, almost like rainbowish looking stuff that's coming through. Really nice girl, slow growing her. Can't wait till she gets ready to breed. These future projects are what you have to nurture now. Just leave them in the rack, feed them, take care of them, and one day hopefully they'll produce some beautiful babies, and that's the goal down the road. And we'll end with this female from my friend Warren Booth. Yeah, Warren and I did a trade with this also. We've done a lot of trades over the year. I think I traded him some onyx boas for a trio of these Nicaraguan T positives. Well, this is really Het Nicaraguan T positive, Het Leopard. So double Het for both of those. And that Nicaraguan T positive is really, really nice looking, crazy, creamy looking T positive. Also, this is also T positive for Leopard. There's no hypogene in here, so we'll really get a true representation. I've seen the visual that he produced, the T positive Leopard, and it was really pretty exquisite, I gotta admit. And that's really what kind of attracted me. So I got this trio from him. I got two females and a male that, you know, they'll breed down the road. Once again, in the rack, looking great. I love Het Leopard stuff anyway. It has kind of a unique look to it anyway. You can see these bow tie saddles and all the other stuff, the accoutrements that come with that. So once again, thanks Warren Booth, and we'll be growing this girl up, and hopefully we'll see her breed maybe next year or possibly the year after that, more than likely. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today on this beautiful Friday, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend planned and you're going to do something great. There's no paper towels or toilet paper left in the supermarket, so if you're going to look for that, stay at it. There's nothing left. I couldn't believe it. You know, I put all my stakes on paper towels. To me, these crazy hoarders are out of their freaking mind. I don't know what these people do with all the toilet paper and all the paper towels. They hear COVID, everyone runs. They hear hurricane, everyone runs. Everyone's stockpiles for 6 years. I would have thought that they probably had enough from the last stockpiling that they wouldn't need to do it again. But you know what? Some people, if they run 100, if they only got 100 rolls left in the house, they got to buy another 100, right? It's just crazy. So now, luckily, my friend at CMC Cage Liners now makes some cage liners. I'm just going to be ordering a ton of those now because obviously the paper towels are, you know, in short supply. Matter of fact, they went on Amazon. I just wanted to see who had them. No one has paper towels, but there's a couple of vendors that still sell Bounty, and they want like $100 for like 4 rolls. It's crazy. And Amazon said, we're not going to allow gouging on the site. That's bullshit, believe me. They're gouging. Who's going to pay $100 for 4 rolls of paper towels? You got to be out of your freaking mind. I could cut down the tree in my backyard if I'm that desperate, right? Anyway, if you go to some of these cage liner companies, I'm telling you, CMC is really, really good. I just did a video. If you check out the last video up there, you can see some of the stuff that they're doing. They will custom cut whatever cage size you have. You just tell them what you need, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just switching. I'm not going to become a part of this, the problem, which is the system, which is people overbuying. The funny thing is they only let you buy one package. I don't know how they're out of paper towels so fast. All right, but that's my rant for today. I was going to rant on a Friday so that I go into the weekend completely de-stressed and releasing all my hostility inside myself. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. I'll see you back Monday morning.